Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me today for another lesson. Today we are going to be talking about English expressions. This is one of my favorite topics because I love giving people the tools to help visualize how I'm feeling or thinking. These tools can be used in many different sentences and for many different reasons, and they should be memorized so that they can help you flavor up the way that you speak to other people. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first one I have for you today is on the fence. So on the fence, again, a lot of these expressions are very visual. And so when I think of on the fence, I think of somebody who's literally sitting on a fence. He can't decide if he wants to get off on the right side. He can't decide if he wants to get off on the left side. And therefore, he's on the fence. He's stuck. He hasn't made a decision. So you could use this expression, maybe your friend hasn't made a decision about going to see a movie tonight, right? He's on the fence about seeing the movie. Or maybe a political candidate hasn't made a decision about a specific topic. Oh, he's on the fence about that, right? Very, very versatile expression. You can use it in a lot of different areas.
While I was still on the fence about my feelings.
Number two is shake it off, to shake something off. Again, this one is very visual, and you just imagine somebody who's kind of like just shaking off whatever bad feeling or bad play, whatever it is they might be going through. They just shake it off in order to get it off. So you could say this perhaps like at a sports event or something like that. You see somebody he takes a shot at a soccer goal and he misses, right? And he's really upset about it, and you go, hey, don't worry about it, champ. Shake it off. Do it again next time, right? And then they do that. They go, okay. They go, whoa, and then they jump back out there.
Shake it off.
Number three, we have to shape up. This one is a really good one because I was told this so much when I was a little boy. I'd be at the grocery store and I'd be crying, oh, Mom, can I have that candy? And my mom would say, hey, shape up or we're going to go home and we don't get to be outside anymore. And I loved being outside, so I shaped up most of the time. Sometimes I didn't shape up. So to shape up is to improve or reform somebody's actions or behavior. So you might be on thin ice with somebody and you need to shape up right now or else there's going to be consequences, right?
Seriously, Ted, shape up.
The next one is to blow somebody away, to blow me away. And you got to be careful with this one because this one can be confused for other things, but to blow somebody away is to thoroughly impress, overwhelm, or excite somebody. So you can put different words in between blow me away. You could say, oh, that blew him away, that blew her away, right? And it gives the same expression. So that movie just blew me away, right? Or that magician, he blew me away, or he blew them away, right? It was an incredible performance.
Blew me away.
Real quick, guys, if you guys want more handy English expressions that native speakers use all of the time, we have a really cool intensive course that has vocabulary for pretty much any situation that you come across. Whether it's conversation at work or at a bar, we've got you covered. I also have a promo code, so you can get up to 30% off on this course. So don't miss out. This is a great opportunity. We'll have a link for that either on the screen or in the description below. So go check that out. This is 30% off. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Go check it out. Okay, back into it. We got number 5, to keep your chin up, right? Again, another very visual expression. You imagine when somebody's sad or when maybe they're depressed, they're walking around and they have some sort of weight on them. They'll walk around with their shoulders slumped forward and their head down, right? And they'll walk around all like, and then you might say to them, keep your chin up. So to keep your chin up is to ask them to improve their mood, to improve their posture, to look better so that they can actually work on improving their mood and work on improving their posture, work on improving themselves. That project might not have been a total failure, all right? Keep your chin up. Try again next time, right? Hey, that was a hard day today, but keep your chin up, okay? I know it was hard, but tomorrow's another day.
Keep your chin up.
So the next one I have for you, number 6, is to blow off steam. So this is to release strong emotions or energy by engaging in some kind of activity that might help with that. So again, another very visual one. Expression. I would think of like a train engine, a steam train engine, something with a lot of power, a lot of heat, and it's just like it's going like crazy and it's that's blowing off steam, right? That's probably where it comes from. So to blow off steam is to engage in an activity that will help facilitate that. So perhaps You might want to go on a run, or you might want to go to the gym and to blow off some steam and to make yourself feel a little bit better.
Blow off some steam.
Next one I have for you, number 7, is to pull yourself together. I love this expression. This expression is used in so many different pop culture references and in movies and stuff like this. And it does give kind of a funny picture of somebody who's laying on the ground and they don't have themselves together, right? Maybe their arms off, maybe their legs off, and they're not put together, right? So to tell them to pull yourself together is to tell them to, hey, you know, you might be laying on the floor, maybe not gotten yourself figured out, but you need to bring yourself back together, and you need to start working a little bit harder, right? Get yourself back together so that you can do what you need to do.
Pull yourself together, Teddy.
So number 8, we have to sit tight. This doesn't necessarily mean that you are sitting, but it means to wait patiently and expectantly for something with anticipation. So perhaps I'm at the doctor's office and I've been sitting for hours, and the doctor or the assistant would come out and she would say, hey, just sit tight. The doctor's going to be with you soon. This isn't to say sit tight and stop complaining. This is to say sit there, be patient, but know that we are going to help you. We are going to come to you, right? Wait expectantly. Wait with anticipation. To sit tight.
Sit tight.
So number 9, we have to go the extra mile. So this is to try to please somebody beyond the expectations that you've been given. So perhaps your wife or your girlfriend or your mom, she says, hey, what do we need from the store? I think that we're running low on a few groceries or something like this. And you would say, hey, why don't I take the list and I'll get all the groceries for you, right? That would be to go the extra mile. That would be to not just, my expectations were, let me find out what we need from the store, and then when I went the extra mile was when I went and I got all that stuff for her. So that would be going the extra mile.
I go the extra mile.
Number 10, this is an interesting one. This is you're quite the catch. This is used generally when somebody is found attractive and you think that you would usually not say that to somebody's face, but you would say that to your friends, or wow, he or she is quite the catch, right? And this is to attribute this to like the fact that they could catch your attention, and that if you were able to catch their attention, that would be a good thing. That would be like quite a great catch. That would be a great catch. So for example, you could see she knew that he was quite the catch and was willing to do just about anything to win his heart, right? Or have you seen Jane's new boyfriend? What a catch. That guy, real hunk.
Yes, you're quite a catch.
Number 11 is to when something gets out of hand, okay? And so imagine when things are in your hand, you have things are in control. And to get out of hand is when things are getting out of control. This is usually used not when things have become a total catastrophe, like for example, something hasn't blown up yet, but perhaps it might get to there, right? And so don't let things get out of hand, right? Don't let things get out of hand. We need to bring this back in. We need to rein this back in and try to get this back under control, right? Don't let it get out of hand.
We're not going to let this get out of hand.
Okay, number 12, we have crunch time. This one is used more in like business terms. Crunch time would be a time of the year or the month or even the day when you need to work exceedingly harder so that you can get everything that you need to get done. So at the end of a quarter, right, you have sales coming up, you have sales earning calls coming up. It's crunch time. We got to make sure that we get everything that we need to get in so that we can meet this quota, so we can meet something. So it's time for crunch time. It's time to do that kind of thing. It's usually used more as a slogan. You would see it often in like, you know, campaign slogans, company slogans, stuff like that. People sometimes use it in normal speech, but not as often as I would see it in slogans and stuff like that.
It's crunch time.
So number 13, the final one today we have is to when something gets out of your head, to get something out of your head. And there's two different cases where you can use this, right? So to get something out of your head, I think everybody can understand when they have a song or something, maybe a tune stuck in their head, right? And it keeps playing on repeat over and over and over, and you just wish that it would get out of your head, right? So to get something out of your head is to focus on something else, something that might be more worthy of your attention so that you can get the thing that's not worthy out of your head. This can also be used when somebody's feeling rather upset about something. Perhaps they don't understand what's happened. Maybe they went through a breakup or a loss of a family member or something like this. To get something out of their head would mean that they want to try to focus on something that's more positive, right? So they could try to figure something else out. So I need to get this out of my head. I know it's been 3 years since we broke up, but I just need to get this out of my head. I need to focus on something else so that I can move forward and I can do better.
Get out of my head, man.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope you learned something interesting. All of these can be used in just normal everyday conversation. Thank you very much for listening and joining with me today. And yeah, I'll see you next time.